Dear global pioneers, I hope you had a great weekend. First, I would like to introduce the Pi Network. The first stage of monetary work makes a summary. According to the white paper, the Pi aims to become a global currency, rather than assets or investment vehicles in the traditional sense. As a pioneer community, we are tasked with helping Pi achieve its mission. The core team is responsible for building the infrastructure. The rest of the work is up to us. Therefore, each of us should recognize that your role in this movement. Our mission is not just to complete KYC and migrations. What's more important is to develop the Pi into a true currency. The 6 characteristics of currency include durability, portability, divisibility, uniformity, limited availability, and acceptability. At the same time, money also performs 5 functions: value scale, means of circulation, means of storage, means of payment, and world settlement currencies. Over the past 2.5 years, our focus has been on building the first monetary function of the Pi, the measure of value, and generated at least 1 million GCV, general currency value. This achievement has been achieved through the support of pioneers in at least 120 countries. We believe that GCV has irreplaceable value in terms of pricing. The announcement by CT core team at Pi today indicates that we are on the right track and at the forefront of open mainnet. So GCV 31 for $159 with the mission of the Pi Network is consistent with the vision. I've noticed that many pioneers are hesitant about the core team. The delays in KYC and migration procedures over the past 2.5 years are in doubt. What I'm saying is that CT is waiting for pioneers. Provide sufficient GCV support. Without this support, our goal of establishing a currency cannot be achieved. However, despite the recent emergence of a global GCV movement, but we haven't seen it yet. Merchants' significant participation in GCV exchanges. Most of the data is generated by pioneers. This is crucial for the initial stages of the value scale. We have submitted to CT 3 times. Launch OM's petition on Pi today. This is because most community leaders and pioneers are facing a shortage of resources, and the first function of the value scale has been successfully implemented. If CT can announce GCV price and on Pi today, the entire ecosystem will be developed using the same pricing system. We believe this strategy can also work well. However, CT has announced that will be launched as early as the end of this year. From my perspective, the goal is to reach 15 million KYC and 10 million migrate Pi wallets. More importantly, ensure that the ecosystem has developed to meet the maturity levels outlined in the 2019 white paper, or at least a prototype of an ecosystem. This approach may be eliminated once the entire ecosystem is accepted. The need to announce the price of Pi. This conservative approach is designed to prevent pioneers from convert Pi to fiat currency after On the contrary, the ecosystem will provide practical tools for pioneers. This will result in a more stable and secure Pi currency. Since CT has decided to start before the end of the year or later, so ecosystem development takes at least 5 months. So what can pioneers do in the second phase of money? Pioneers are always on time to complete KYC and migration tasks. We encourage them to become validators if they wish. In addition to the above tasks, the pioneer has another important task. CT can't just tell us to do that, but it's something we need to do ourselves. The task is to join the ecosystem at a GCV price. As we discussed, since we want Pi to be a currency, so it has to circulate in our community. Therefore, we need merchants and service providers to provide products or services. However, we cannot force them to do so. If we enforce full Pi payments, they will not participate. At present, we are seeing in our online ecosystem, there are some full Pi payments. Prices vary, but almost all are low. Less than $1 or less than 10 cents. We don't think this price is appropriate for Pi's long-term vision and mission. This is why we have chosen to support only GCV. So, how can we incentivize merchants and service providers? Join our ecosystem so that we can open up the mainnet for a GCV of $314,159. My proposal is to allow partial PI and partial fiat payments. They can use 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, or even 90% of fiat currency. As long as the fiat currency is used below the market price, it will benefit the pioneers. When more merchants join, they will compete with each other to reduce the fiat currency ratio. The concept is designed to create a true business environment rather than a charitable environment. We shouldn't rely on leaders or pioneers or businesses to donate. Instead, we need to create a mechanism for them to compete. This will benefit them and motivate more merchants to join. So, what about the pioneers? If you had two choices, which one would you choose? Only small items worth $1 can be paid in full for PI. No higher value products are available. Still need to spend fiat currency to purchase from external markets. Be 50% below the external market price, 60%, 70%, 80%. 90% legal tender rate for purchasing products within our community, including mobile phones, TVs, home appliances, jewelry, furniture, clothes, shoes, and other bulky items are not limited. You will save at least 20% minus 30% on your daily or luxury purchases. I believe you will want option B because you will save a lot of money in 5 months. Most importantly, you will be very happy because you understand what you are doing. Will undoubtedly make GCV $314,159 a reality. Do you want to live in uncertainty or certainty? Joining this barter system will definitely bring you joy. So this is what I call the creation of the PI flow, which is our second phase. After we will enter the third, fourth, and fifth stages. That is, the storage, payment, and international settlement of currencies. With GCV $314,159 on the right track to OM, we need to make GCV more widely accepted and widely used to create circulation. In this way, we will make the GCV foundation very powerful. This will help the ecosystem after reduce the risk of pioneers going to the exchange to sell. PI not only represents the future of our pioneers, it also represents the future of the world. Let's unite to become a strong, unified family and community. However, in addition to this unity, it is also necessary to establish a strong business ecosystem and a supportive development environment to encourage and motivate more ecosystem members participate in our long-term goals. This will have a positive impact on our local economy and help to gain government support for the PI network. Even during a mainnet shutdown, the ecosystem must comply. Legal tender tax obligations to governments. Partial fiat currency payments are therefore essential for achieving compliance. Without this practice, businesses will find it difficult to make ends meet. They don't have the legal tender to pay their taxes. Disclaimer, the above is just my personal analysis. Does not represent CT or any business. Is for community education only. Any merchant or pioneer should use their own evaluation to determine whether it is suitable for you.